So this new report is fresh off the presses right here. It's a North San Diego County real estate report. We're going to dive into it. I just popped it open barely, so we're going to see what's actually happened, what's happened with the data. These are all numbers that happened in October. Give us a good picture of what to expect and what we are seeing real estate wise right here in San Diego. And we're working with buyers and sellers every single day, but it's really good to take a step back. And we have all of our anecdotal stories as far as what's happened when we're writing offers, as far as when we're listing properties, what kind of action are we seeing. But when we zoom back and really take a good bird's eye view of what's happening in the market, it gives us a good indicator of how healthy the market is, what's really happening, where are the trends. So that's what we're going to dive into right now. And so in this report, it's breaking down what's happening right here in North County, San Diego. We're going to see what's happening in detached markets and what's happening in the condo market, because there's actually two different things happening right now. As we dive into this, U.S. existing home sales unexpectedly slipped 1% month over month and 3.5% year over year to adjusted annual rate of 3.84 million homes sold. And while what's happening right here in the San Diego market as a whole is more important, this is a good indicator of where we compare to years past, how many home sales are actually happening. You hear home sales are down a bunch. Well, they are. Over these past 2 years, we've been under 4 million homes sold in the US. Go back to like a normalized year back in 2019, and we were sitting about 5.34 million homes sold. So you can see a big gap in that. Same story here for San Diego, where we're seeing less homes sold, less homes coming on the market, less inventory as a whole. So first, quick monthly snapshot. You see median sales price is sitting over $1.1 million. Median sales price for attached homes is sitting just shy of $800,000. Let's just jump into it and see where we are. And there's going to be a lot of stuff in here. I'll highlight a few specific parts so you don't have to get super confused, because there's a lot of numbers in here. But I more want to pay attention to the trends where we are right now. Now, November is going to be different than spring market, but you'll see that right here as well. So the main three things we're going to break down here: new listings. How many new homes have come on the market? Because last year, this number was crazy low. Last year, there was only 673 homes that came on the market in October. This year, we're up about 15%. And year to date, we are up 19.1%. So you can see good growth. So for buyers out there, what that means, a little more inventory, a little more things to choose from, homes for sale out there. What that means for sellers, a little bit more competition, where some of these buyers, while the buyer pool is down due to interest rates and just that time of year, there is less buyers out there. So the competition on a specific home is also a little bit less. And going hand in hand with that, that goes to how many buyers are out there, how many homes are actually selling. Right here, back in October 2023, we had 531. This year, we had 593 closed sales, just shy of 12%. But more importantly, the year-to-date change, the number of homes sold up to this point in 2024 is only up about 2%. So compared to last year, yes, there was more homes in October, but as a whole, there's more listings coming on. There's about 19% more new listings, but there's only about 2% more closed sales. So what does that mean? It just means there are less purchases happening, less buyers out there, even though there are more homes to choose from out there. And the other thing we will point out here is the percent of original list price received. This is a good indicator of how competitive the market is. The more competitive the market is, the higher this number will be. If a home's listed for $1 million, is it selling well above $1 million? Is it selling a little bit below or right at? See, last year we were sitting about 98% in October. This year we're sitting about 97%. So just about 1% shy. Going to show you that there is a little less demand out there. And that's part of the story I'm trying to tell. We are seeing more homes come on the market, not a ton, but a little bit more incrementally than last year. We are seeing a little bit less closed sales than last year. And we're also seeing the amount that people are getting for their homes a little bit less this year. And that was for detached homes. What about attached homes, condos, townhomes, all that kind of stuff? So jumping in, percentage, we're up about 5.7% of new listings, which is good, but we are down closed sales. There are less closed sales that did happen this year. Now, year over year, yes, we're up about 4.7%. But October to October, you can see this October was a little bit softer than last October. And the percent of list price received dropped by about 1.8%. So where we were sitting about really close to that 100% mark, now we're sitting about 97.6% of original list price received. And now here is a different view going back 3 years. We're going to go through these pretty quick, but you can see new listings in October for both are up compared to last year, and compared year to date, we're above last year, but we're still below 2022. This is for single family, and this is for attached homes. And really, we want to be back to somewhere in this level here where we're seeing closer to that 2,000 homes, new listings per month when we peak out in the May, June time. So you can see back here, these are 2016, 17, 18, 19, and we've seen steady declines. This year we peaked out. The number of new listings per month was only topped out just over 1,000. That was probably back in May, and then we had another little peak right here. So until we get back to this number, we're not going to be in like a normalized market, which I always call back to 2019, where we do maybe even skew a little bit to a buyer's market. Now, certain areas we're seeing that a little bit right now, where it is a little bit more of a buyer's market, potentially part of the year because there's less buyers out there. In the springtime, I'd assume more buyers coming into the market, but I'm also expecting more sellers come on the market. Our last video, we mentioned that there were 7,000 homes that came off the market compared to 3,500 last year in, I believe it was in September. And it was for a variety of reasons, but I think a lot of those homes will maybe take off for October, November, December. You'll see them on in the new year, as well as any new listings that people are planning on. And even clients we are working with, we are working in November, December to get their homes prepped, get it ready, and then put them on the market in the new year. So we are seeing that even in our own business right here. But yeah, I would expect the spring market to be a little bit busier as far as new homes coming on as well. Pending sales are interesting because it'll just give you an idea of what to expect for closed sales. These homes that went pending in October are going to be closing either like November, early December time. So give you an indicator of what to expect. Are closings going up? Are they going down? And a lot of these we are up compared to last year, but still down compared to 2022. Closed sales, once again, how many homes are actually selling? You see these numbers are kind of on par with the last few years compared to single family year to date. Yeah, we're down quite a bit compared to the 7,600, even in 2022. So yes, more closed sales than last year right here, but not as many as 2022. You can see all these trends are down compared to where these are 2014 all the way to 2020 right here, 2021. Boom, 22 down, 23 down, 24 down. And real quick, days on market, I'm just going to hop down to the chart down here where we were in this time, the normalized time. Days on market was like, 60 peaking out, 50 peaking out. Now back in 2022, we did start to rise to that 50 mark, but 2021, it was right in this, it was like 14 days, 15 days, somewhere in there. Right now, we're sitting about 25. So for sellers, expect homes to sit a little bit longer. Yes, some homes, I was just doing research this morning, checking out new homes coming on the market, what is sold, what is pending, all that kind of stuff. And some homes that did recently sell, they were on the market for 6 days. There was one on for 2 days that was pending. So it just really depends. But then there's other ones that have been sitting for 38 days, for 62 days. It's really comes down to, pricing super important right now, as always, which we always mention, but also preparation. How dialed in are you getting your home before you're putting it on the market? Now, we're always recommending staging of some capacity, not necessarily all out staging. Maybe you don't need a home stager come in, but getting your home prepped for the market is a super big marketing tool you do have when you do put your home on the market. Now, median sales price, we're going to jump over here where we went year over year changes. So year over year, this is November 2023 compared to the prior November, 16%, 20%, 2.5%, 6, 17, 16, 20, 13, 12. You can see it has the rate compared to last year has slowed a little bit. We did see a pop here in November compared to September, but then we went to 2.7 in October compared to last October. It was only up 0.7%. And now we are still seeing growth year over year, but it has decelerated a little bit. And single family attached, same story, a deceleration where we're not seeing those 20.4% year over year gains. We're seeing a little bit less, 7, 8, 5, 6. You can see even right here in August of 2024 compared to August of 2023, there was a slight dip in the median sales price. So now back to percent of original list price received. I'm going to scroll down to the chart right here where we did see these huge peaks in percent of original list price received. Homes were going for well over market. These are the times in 2021 and 2022 when you did hear about multiple offers, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 offers, all above list price, ton of wave contingencies. Now, right now, we are a little bit below that 100% for both single family detached and attached. And so for buyers out there is still competition out there, especially for homes that are dialed in, that are in a super desirable location, that are priced appropriately. They're still getting the competition. Other homes that maybe are priced a little aggressively are sitting a little longer, maybe getting the views, maybe getting the showings, but not necessarily getting the offers. Now, I'd expect this number to continue on a downtrend until we get into the January, February months where it starts going up. Will it get over 100%? Really going to depend a lot, I think, on mortgage rates, but also, so that's like the demand side, how many buyers are going to be in the market, but also the supply side, how many actual homes do come on the market. And now the inventory of homes for sale. This is different than the new listings. If new listings come on and then they go off in that same month, in that same week, whatever, like they were coming off the market in days past, in years past rather, 2021, 2022, portions of 2023, it doesn't really build inventory. It doesn't really build the number of homes on the market. So back in 2023, we were at just over 1,300. This year, we've got up to 1,400, not at the 1,900 where we were in 2022. But as we're looking year over year over here, 2023 to 2022 to 2023, you see negative, negative, negative. Finally, in February, compared to 2023, positive, positive, positive. So we are on the upward trajectory there compared to last year, which is great. We're not where we need to be yet, and that's for single family homes. You see the numbers are even bigger for attached homes. We're seeing a handful more attached homes compared to last year come on the market, where this month had 68% more homes than the previous year. So that is good for buyers out there. Not necessarily bad for sellers out there because the numbers are not aggressively high, where you can see right here. Here is where we were. Yeah, a little downtrend towards the end of the year, but here's like that more normalized market where these are all under 2,000 back here, even at the bottom of the market right here in 2019, the number of inventory where towards the end of the year, December, you're going to see this number drop. We were still above that 2,000 mark. So that is important to keep eye on. If homes are sitting a little bit longer, you'll see this number grow because it's adding to the inventory. New homes are coming on the market, but then also the homes that are on the market are sitting a little bit longer and adding to the inventory. Next up is months supply of inventory. The inventory of homes for sale at the end of a given month divided by the average monthly pending sales from the last 12 months. Now, kind of the general consensus on real estate, at least in years past, was anything when this number is above 6 months, that's when you start going into a buyer's market. Anything below that, you're going into a seller's market. I think those numbers are a bit outdated. Now here in San Diego, I think that number where we start skewing into a more of a buyer's market is once we get into that 4 months supply of inventory back in like the 2018, 17, 18 ish market. When we did see this creep up right here, we did start going towards a little bit more of a buyer's market where buyers have a little bit more of upper hand. They have a little bit more negotiating power. Homes are sitting a little bit longer, and maybe not even like a heavy buyer's market, but definitely a lot more balanced than we have been over these past few years. So right now we're below that. Where will we go next year? There's a lot of factors to consider when we're going to there. So we're going to keep you updated on this channel right here, let you know what's going on in the current market here in San Diego. So if you guys have questions, as a quick reminder, I'm Chris Erickson, and we have a real estate crew right here in San Diego. So if you're thinking about buying, you're thinking about selling, even if it's 6 days from now, or if it's 6 months from now, if it's 2 years from now, whatever it might be, let's start that conversation to get you dialed in so that you are prepared when you do make your home purchase or your home sale right here in San Diego.